Okay, we will reconvene the Board of Works meeting from February 2nd, 2015, when we did recess. Before we begin, just to enlighten you, the reason we had to recess, as we said on Monday, we wanted to research a legal issue. And since there was a protective order on my behalf, I have to recuse myself from voting in this matter because it could come across as being prejudiced, and we don't want to do anything that will prejudice this decision. So I will go ahead and still conduct the meeting. The city, the attorney representing the city at this point, Mr. Roberts, will answer any legal questions from this point on. And when a vote is taken today, these two gentlemen sitting beside me will make that final decision. So that is the reason why we had to recess at the last meeting. And that being said, at the time when we did recess, Chief Ringy was giving his statement on the case. Chief Ringy, is there anything else to add at this point?
Thank you, Mayor and board members. In reviewing the information of this incident, before making my recommendation to the board, I considered the following. First thing is that Lieutenant Tussey believed the threat to be serious and fulfilled his duty as an employee with the City of Peru, as the policy states, and warns his supervisor. At that point, Assistant Chief Keller and Lieutenant Tussey then advised me of the threat, advising me that Jules Buffington became angry and stated that he would kill somebody. I could tell when they walked into my office before they ever spoke a word, just the expressions on their face, that something was seriously wrong. Chief Keller, in a statement also, a written statement also advised that when Lieutenant Tussey came to him to advise him of the incident, that he used the word he was distraught, that there was conflict there. Interviewing patrolmen's Raver, Richardson, and Ballard confirmed in my mind that the information that Lieutenant Tussey had given the Assistant Chief and myself to be accurate. During the interview with the patrolman, and then subsequently following with one of them, but during the interview, Patrolman Ballard confirmed that the conversation had become heated. And then after Patrolman Bill Raver had answered the 4 questions, he advised that the Chief Keller and I in my office that if he would have been in charge of the incident, he would not have allowed Patrolman Buffington to exit the building. So given all these facts, which I believe to be accurate and true, I recommend to the board that the employment of Jules Buffington with the Peru Police Department be terminated.
That concludes your statement?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Assistant Chief Keller, have you heard from Mr. Buffington? Has he contacted you that he would be attending today's meeting?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. At this point, for the testimony, do you have any questions from either board member, or are you ready to make a motion?
I did jot down a couple of questions after your statement on Tuesday, and I guess it's Monday. But I think you sort of answered the question today whenever you gave a little additional information. But I had wondered that during your interviewing, as you interviewed the 4 officers after the incident, I was wondering if there was any indication, or if you felt any indication as to just what the level of anger was in that room on that evening. And I know that you gave a statement that Lieutenant Tussey was very upset, but I wondered about the others. And I think you indicated that there were at least 2 others that I did feel that there was quite a heated exchange of words going on, and there was a lot of anger displayed after that. My question. Any other indication of that?
Yes, sir.
I also wondered if Officer Buffington had reached out to you in any way concerning this incident?
No, he has not.
I had a question for you. The 4 officers that were in the room, have many of them approached you since Monday to say that misinterpreted the entire situation or anything?
No, sir.
Why don't you ask them, they're in here.
Any questions?
I don't have any.
You have a motion.
I would make a motion then that we support Chief Rainey and his recommendation to terminate Officer Buffington immediately without pay.
I second.
Has been moved and seconded to accept Chief Rainey's recommendation for termination of Officer Bill Buffington, effective today, with no further pay. Questions? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Determination is withheld. At this point, to let those in the audience know, Mr. Buffington does have a right to appeal this decision to the Board of Works. At that time, he can call witnesses if he chooses to go that route. He can call witnesses to testify on his behalf. And then Bill Berkshire, with our city attorney, will be acting as prosecutor. And he can bring further information or evidence to the board as well to support the decision of this board. At this point, it's up to Mr. Buffington if he chooses to make the appeal or accept the decision. So, with that, being no further business come before this board, motion to adjourn is in order.
Motion to adjourn?
All in favor?
Aye. Opposed?